What's up, my people? What's up, my people? What's up, my people? It's your boy Action Pack. Welcome back to Action Pack Boxing. And we're here to talk about Terrence Bud Crawford versus Errol the Truth Spence Jr. We have some bad news, people, that the fight is not going to happen. More than likely, November 19th, it's going to be off. We are looking for a later date in 2023. We're aiming for January, so what I'm hearing is that the fight is being aimed for maybe January with maybe a new contract and some new negotiations, because the first contract that they was waiting for both parties to sign, Errol Spence Jr. is with PBC, that's Premier Boxing. Terrence Bud Crawford, who's with Top Rank Boxing. These dudes are the guys who make the negotiations and check out the contract, and the fighters have to agree. And I heard that there was a 65-35 split where Errol Spence Jr. would be the one who gets the 65%. Terrence Bud Crawford would get 35%. And that was agreed to. But there is a no rematch clause in the contract for Terrence Bud Crawford. So if Bud was to lose the fight versus Errol Spence Jr., he would not get a chance to redeem himself. There will be no rematch. And that's really unfair, because if you're a title holder, which he holds the WBO, he holds the WBO title. Terrence Bud Crawford is the WBO title holder. Errol Spence Jr. holds the IBF, the WBA, and the WBC belt. Both fighters should have a rematch clause just in case one loses, because you gotta realize this is a 50-50 fight. Anybody can win, anybody can lose. It can go either way. But being that they're not having that, and some other issues about no money on the back end for either fighter, like either fighter is not being offered any money on the back end, which is kind of weird, because it's a business. These guys want to make their money and they want to do the best that they can do in the ring. And the thing is, with PBC, they feel like, if Errol Spence Jr. wins the fight and he takes Crawford's belt, he's the undisputed champ. We don't want a rematch. We're not looking to deal with Crawford anymore. We don't want to do any more business with Crawford. We don't want to fight him again. We just want to move forward. Errol Spence Jr. might be moving up to 154 pounds. Who knows what he wants to do? But they want it to be a one-fight deal, and they want it to be done. And right now, today, it is October 1st. So I really can't see a fight happening next month from these guys on November 19th. Come on, most of these guys, when they sign a contract, even if they've been already training for a while, which I'm pretty sure both of these guys have been training for just in case the fight actually happens, most of these guys are not going to sign a contract a month before a fight, a month and a half before the fight. So they're aiming for 2023, maybe January. That's what we're looking for, hoping that we'll get the biggest fight in boxing, which is Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford. And if it happens, that'll be the greatest thing that we've seen in the past since maybe, wow. I'm not even sure what fight to compare it to, because I don't want to discredit any boxers from their fights. But, the biggest thing that I've seen recently was maybe Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, and they had the trilogy. So we're looking forward to something a little bit bigger than that, which the only thing that's been bigger than that was Errol Spence Jr. versus Bud Crawford. But if you think about it, every fighter who's a champion, who has a belt, there should be a rematch clause in his contract. Anthony Joshua had a rematch clause when he fought Andy Ruiz. Came back, beat Andy Ruiz, he got his belt back. As a champion, you should have the chance to redeem yourself. You should always have the option to redeem yourself and replenish your belt back. Okay, the second time Anthony Joshua lost his belt, Alexander Usyk he lost to. He had the rematch clause, which less than maybe 4 weeks ago, Anthony Joshua lost again. But he at least had the opportunity to get his belt back. So if there's a no rematch clause in the Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford fight, that's kind of unfair. So they're going to renegotiate. That's going to stall things. That's going to push the fight back. But we're still hoping that it's going to happen, people. And this is Action Pack Boxing. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll keep y'all posted on the latest. And I'll be back with y'all with the action, because we want action, people.